everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Corner Seat. If you're new here, hi, my name is Rozitta and you are?
Martha.
Yeah, you're not a new face to this channel, so karibu sana.
Asante.
On today's episode, we are going to be talking about some things that we do know for sure. And there are many, but we are going to share 3 each. And that will be it. So I hope you guys enjoy, and in case you haven't subscribed, tafadhali make sure you do subscribe. So you wanna go first?
No.
Come on.
Please start.
Okay, fine. My first point is growth is a process, and sometimes it's a very painful process. I don't know why, but I just feel like okay, let me put this scenario where a woman has conceived, and then as the baby grows, the more the side effects she experiences, you know,
of pregnancy, the whatever.
Until the final point where she has to give birth to the baby, and it's most painful then, but very necessary. So I just feel like for me, I've learned growth can be very painful, and maybe to give an example, when it came to this channel, wacha nikwambie, starting from zero is so hard when nobody knows you. You know, growing from zero up to the point where we are at right now, sometimes I feel like I want to give up. I can't hold on anymore. Why am I even doing this? But because I know this is what I really want to do, I just choose, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and
keep doing it.
Yeah, you know, and endure the process. So I think for me, it's a painful, necessary process.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I think I've also gone through. I've also experienced the same. It really is a process, but I think what I'd like to add is that at the end of the process, you emerge a better. Whatever that growth process has taken you through, you emerge better. Like, it sucks when you're going through it.
I know.
It really sucks. But when you see the end result, like, you appreciate what you've gone through.
You feel like anyway it was worth it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You feel like it was worth it.
Yeah.
But you really have to find strength to go through it when you're going. Like, you have to find strength from somewhere, from inside, from without, to persevere the process. Because it's so easy to just say, I'm done.
I can't do no more. Dig hot. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's my first thing I know for sure.
Okay.
What about yours?
Okay, so the first thing I know for sure is that to get where I want to be, to get where I see myself going, I need to prioritize value.
Oh, value.
Value. So the dictionary defines value as something desirable and of worth that you can create through either effort or exchange. So the main point there, it's something desirable and of worth. And I've found I'm a freelance writer. So mostly I've found that the only way, like the primary way to keep clients coming back is to offer them so much value, something that is so much of worth that they will keep coming back instead of going to the other writer and the other writer and the other writer. Because there's so many freelance writers. Like, what will distinguish you from the rest? You have to offer something of value. To offer something of value. And it's so interesting. There's a book I read, The $100 Startup, and it says that your success is tied to the value that you offer, either to your clients or to your customers or to the end users. So in whatever you do, whether it's a job you're doing for someone or even it's a business that you're creating, if you create that business with the point of, I need to offer value to my end users, like, they will come here and use this product, and at the end of it they will say, this something was worth, it was desirable. That is what will keep your clients or customers or end users coming back. So I've really learned to prioritize value and not look so much at the money that maybe I will get.
Make out of it.
It's value first and then money comes second. Sure, yes, I want money. Everybody does.
We all do.
But funny thing, when you just focus on value, for some reason the rest falls into
Money
place.
just also comes.
There it is. I don't know how, I don't know why, but that has been my experience.
I think I relate to that a lot, because in the content creation space, it's always all about value.
There you go.
It's
so
not
true.
It's not really what you're doing. It's how much value are you adding to your, to your subscribers,
people
to
who
your
are
followers,
watching,
to
yeah.
your, So I totally relate to that, and maybe business people should also relate to that, because it gets to a point where you think it's all about the money, all
yeah.
about the money. I don't care what I'm selling as long as I get the money. But then you find out you've sold something that was not worth it. So you'll get the money that time, but you'll not get the money from the same person again.
Very true. Very, very
Nice
true.
one. Value. And I think that's also part of how I've been able to stay in the content creation space, because I try to add value as much as I can, and for some reason I attract the people who appreciate what I'm giving them, and because I'm adding value to them, they offer a subscription back, or some of them offer partnership or a collaboration, or
because they've seen the value that you're adding.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Okay, nice one.
Next,
okay,
you're up.
My next one is you'll never truly be ready. Oh my God.
Ouch.
You will never truly be ready for anything in life, because you think, let's give a scenario. We were in primary school, and we thought, oh my God, I really want to go to high school. Then it's time to go to high school. You're scared, you're not ready, but it's the time, So you have to get into it. You're done. It's time for you to go to campus. You're not ready for it, but you have to go into it. And I remember sometime I was having a conversation. I can't remember with who, and it was around relationships. It was about Rozitta, why are you single? And my answer would be, I'm not ready. So the person asked me, how will you know when you're ready?
You're ready not to be single.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, anyway, how will I know I'm ready for a relationship? And I think over time I have learned you can never truly be ready. What happens is you just keep on preparing until the right timing. Because timing is what will push you as much.
How will you know the right timing? Or you just wait for the opportunity to come, and if the opportunity comes, then that's the right timing?
I think so, because we are normally told to prepare. Opportunities go to those who are prepared.
True.
So keep preparing. When an opportunity comes, you might not be ready, but you've been preparing.
So that preparation will sort of make you ready
somehow. It's like reading for an exam. You're reading for an exam. Utaona students read up to the last second. They never feel like, hey, nimesoma ya kutosha. You feel like you want to keep on reading and reading until you're told it's time to start. So what determines how you're going to close that book is the time. So that is just something I've learned, and for some reason I've managed to push myself into areas I'm so scared to get into. Not because I'm ready, but because I have to.
You have learned that you can never be truly ready.
Yeah, if I wait to be ready, I might just never take a step. I just be there like, you know what, I'm waiting to be ready, and then I'm 80 years old.
And you're still waiting to be ready? That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And I relate to that on the point of, I'm a perfectionist. So it's usually very hard for me to
feel ready.
To just jump. No, to just jump. The way you're saying that you'll just wait and then you'll just go and you'll push. Me, I struggle. But there I struggle. Yes, I understand I can never be truly ready.
Yeah.
But I struggle to jump. That's for sure. So
of course,
I guess I need to start learning how to just jump.
We all struggle to jump because of the uncertainties, But I think the what can I say? Dawa ya kuogopa is to just sometimes decide to jump in. The worst that can happen is
There's so much. There's a lot.
There's a
worse
lot
that can happen.
There's a lot, but how about we focus on the best that can come out of it?
Okay.
You know, like if you jump into the ocean, you don't know how to swim. The best that can come out is that you'll eventually just
Float.
yes, and learn to
But
swim.
you can also sing.
That's the worst. But we focus on the best.
Okay, I get you. I'm just being a devil's advocate, but yes, you're right.
Yeah.
It's true. I've had to force myself in some situations
Yeah.
to just jump even when I feel like I'm so not ready. I struggle with my need for perfection every day, actually.
You want to be so sure of every
single step. Yeah. I want to map out the end before I've even begun.
I feel you. But it might not always be possible.
True.
Yeah, sometimes you just prepare for opportunities as they come, you seize them, and sometimes you just have to jump in and seek the opportunities.
Nice. Yeah. Interesting.
So that's my second thing I know for sure.
Nice. Okay, the second thing I know for sure. Nothing is more paralyzing than fear. In a lot of ways, it relates to what you just said, where you need to jump. Because the reason you don't jump is because you're afraid. Now, because me, again, back to my need to be perfect in everything that I do.
Yeah.
I found myself so scared to do some things. And it is not until I get to the other side of it, I'm like, why was I so scared?
Exactly.
Especially when something works out. It's like, I could have done this sooner. 5 months ago.
Yeah.
I've wasted 5 months. Why? And yet, funny enough, the next thing that comes that scares me, I still get scared.
It's like we never learn that.
That's the thing. It's such a weird human condition.
Yeah.
Like, I really admire people who are brave, people who are naturally brave. I'm a fan. I can never comprehend how they function.
Yeah.
But I'm always in awe of them.
I think I relate to that because now with what I do, my main, one of the things I look forward to is partnering with brands and people, you know, companies, businesses, you know, and you have no idea the fear that
when you want to reach out from brand.
you're trying to write a pitch, but then you're like, I can't take the no, I can't take it, I can't handle it. So I just decided, you know what, let me just keep on
postponing, or not doing it at all.
Exactly. Ama najiambia, wacha watanitafuta. But sometimes they just may never know me if I don't
reach out.
Exactly. So I think for those I've partnered with successfully, I have learned the worst that can happen is to get a no, and you won't die.
Okay, yeah,
will you
true.
Die?
No.
Will you die?
No, you will not die.
Yeah, so just get yourself out there. And the worst that can happen is a no. There are people I've called on this show, and they tell me, no, I'm not ready for
to be interviewed or whatever.
Yeah, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I did die.
Okay, that's such a. I think the next time I'm so scared to do something, I'll just remember, no, I won't die. I won't die.
Exactly.
And then I'll go and do it. Because when you really think from that perspective, it's like, you won't die. Yeah. So whatever is in between, you can handle it. You can handle
it. If it's a no, you won't die. If it's a yes, you would never have known it had you not reached out. True. You know, because there are people I've hosted and I'm shocked that they said yes. Like, yeah, it was that easy, you know. And there are those who said no, and I was like, okay, no problem. It's fine. When the timing is right, it's going to be right. Like when I was hosting Naiswanjeri, for a long time I wanted to have them, but we kept postponing because we thought the timing is not right and all that. So I gave up on them, and I was like, you know what? By this you're lazima. It's not a must, by the way. Until eventually I just gave them a call and I was like, hey, I've heard you in Nakuru, can we meet up? And they're like, yeah, sure, how about tomorrow? And I'm like, okay,
nice.
Okay. So it's good that I didn't give up on the first no, you know. Yeah. And so I understand about the fear. And sometimes you just have to put yourself out there, push yourself out there,
And remember, you won't die.
You won't die.
That's my main lesson for today. I won't die.
Perfect. So my third one is, this one will sound very weird. Sometimes things work out more easily when you sort of ignore or forget them. In quotes. In quotes.
Okay.
When I've seen in my experience, for example, let me just give a very silly example. When I stop focusing on growing my social media following, it grows. I don't know why, but when I'm on my phone all the time, like, come on, people, subscribe, come on, follow me, do this.
Nothing
They
is happening.
I don't know how it works, but sometimes I just choose to go like ignore it completely, and I just find myself growing. And when my focus draws back to that side, I don't know what happens. I don't know.
Funny enough,
I can't explain.
I so agree with you, and it's not funny. As in, you say it will sound funny, but it's not, because I've also experienced it. I will sometimes pitch to clients, like pitch to 10 clients, and in between there you see, I'm like, this one,
I want
like
this one too.
they're looking for a tech creator. I've written tech articles, they're looking for blah 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 blah. Like I fit perfectly according to my own thinking. And then there are others where like, it's just because it's just because I need to pitch every day. And then funny enough, that one that I was not thinking about, that I barely cared about,
gets back
the
to
client response. The one I was so sure.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can explain it to us on the comments. Like how does it work?
I have no idea.
I tried to understand the explanation around it, but I just can't see.
It doesn't make sense.
I can't see. When I focus on the views, nothing. When I care less, they shoot her. So I don't know whether I should. I don't know. But that's just something I've eventually come to learn for sure. And
that's so interesting.
You know,
and also weird, because you think
think, we are told what you focus on grows.
Yeah, it's like you're putting all your focus on that one thing.
So it will be magnified. But sometimes it's what you ignore
that works out.
I think it's like in a relationship, when you decide that you want to be with this particular person so much, when you ignore,
but when you ignore, whoa.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can explain that to us, but that's something I know for sure.
Okay, interesting. So that was your last point.
Yeah.
My last one is, what I know for sure is you can never overestimate the power of reading. Like read. Is it overestimate or overestimate the power of reading?
You have just slapped me.
Okay, I'm lucky I love books, but even for those who don't, I've learned that, okay, they say that when you read, you live 1,000 lifetimes, and those who don't just live one lifetime.
Oh, God.
And for me, it's not just about living those a gazillion lifetimes.
Yeah.
It's about exposure. Because sometimes you might not be in a position to travel or to go to places where you are exposed to very different perspectives. But when you read, you can still be in your environment and be exposed to crazy perspectives that will push you to where you're supposed, to where you want to be. To where you never even thought you could be, yet you find yourself realizing, I can do this. I can, simply because you read.
How is that possible? How? Growing up, the books I've read are just Christian based, So when I hear you say that about fiction books, and I wonder, how is that possible? Like, how can you learn from fiction? How can you travel in your mind through fiction books? How?
You just do.
How?
Like, the depending on the setting, on what they are talking about, on how the things are in that setting where the book is set. You're just like, in my mind I've been to London, in my mind I've been to New York, in my mind I've been to so many places, to the extent that sometimes I think if I was to be like placed, transported, whatever, into that specific place, because I can remember the description so well, I kid you not, I would recognize where that is.
What? You would?
I would. I'm not kidding.
Okay, I know I love movies, so I'd sort of choose movies over books, but I'll try reading. And that's a promise I made to you.
But you know, I understand that not everyone is going to like fiction, which is fine. But it just doesn't have to be fiction. It's whatever book you read. Because I also don't just read fiction. I read others. I read whatever, like the $100 Startup. It's definitely not fiction. I've read Wangari Maathai, the memoir, and the Challenge for Africa. Like, they're not fiction, but still, I learned so many things from. So find a book that you relate to, or you can read, or you can go through, because I understand not everyone will like fiction. And whatever book you read, it's bound to elevate your perspective somehow.
Okay. I will do that. I will do that. It's a promise.
Are you
I
sure?
will do that. Yes, I will.
You should start a poll every day.
Oh my
Your subscribers, Rozitta, did you read? What have you read? And here's the funny thing, she's an author.
Yeah. An author who doesn't read.
She's You would assume
Oh my God.
she reads a gazillion books, but I don't know why.
I will change. In 2022, New Year resolutions.
How many books are you reading 2022? I'll keep the record. I'll be your...
A half of 56 is 23-ish.
20... Okay, tumesahau hesabu.
2 carry 1.
25, 27.
27.
28. Ouch! No, it's 28 and plus 8 is 16.
So it's
28.
28. Okay. I'll read 14 books.
No, I thought you were saying 28.
No, 14. I'll try 14. I'll try 14.
Okay, 14.
I can start the first one right now.
14 is at least one a month. That's doable. And then maybe in some months you read 2. That's doable actually.
It is.
I read 1 in a day. So 1 in a month. 1 in a month.
We are sorry. 1 in a day. Sawa. So that's the last thing you know for sure.
Yes.
I know there's so much more, of course, we know, but we decided to share just 3 things. And I've enjoyed.
Me too.
You have?
Yes.
I hope we can do this again.
So, here's the thing. I don't like the camera.
But you are really good on camera.
Am I?
You are.
You go edit and you'll come and tell me. Maybe I've done my disaster huku.
We'll see about that. If you liked her as my co-host today, please comment down below. We'll see. If many people do that,
Please
you're
like
coming
me.
back.
Please like me.
Anyway, guys, that was the end of today's short episode. I hope you enjoyed. We obviously did enjoy this episode. So until the next one, I'm your host, Rozitta, and
Martha.
bye. Guys.